Jess. Hey, Jess. What's up?
Hi, can you hear me?
I can. What's going on?
I'm so good. It's actually my birthday, and this is the best 28th birthday present I could literally ever have.
Oh my gosh. Happy birthday. How old are you turning?
28.
Oh my God.
Big year.
Fantastic. Big year. Saturn return around this time. Exciting shit. End of the young 20s, beginning of the Splinter era. You're starting to get sexy. Yes, I know many disagree with me, but 28 is the age when women start to get sexy. Argue with me. Anybody out there, I would love you to call. You're about to get really sexy. So that's exciting.
I can feel it coming on. Also, happy Cancer season too.
By the way, we stan a Cancer queen. Oh my gosh, you emotional little, what's the Cancer sign? Is it your crabs, right? It's like a little crab. You emotional crabs. We absolutely love you. We love all the softness that you bring to the world. The astrological marshmallow delight. We absolutely stan. Anyway, enough about me ranting. What's going on? Tell me.
I got a crazy text this weekend.
Okay.
And a little preface is that this is a guy I met at a bar like 5 years ago, pre-COVID, when I had just moved to my city. We hooked up that night. It was amazing, crazy. But for some reason, I think because I met him at a bar and it was like the only time I've really met a true stranger and hooked up with him, I had no desire to understand who he was, follow him on Instagram. I was like, this is mysterious. This is hot.
Right.
I'm rolling with it.
For sure.
And over the last 5 years, I've lived my life. I've dated people. And every once in a while, he'll send me a text or I'll send him a text and we'll hook up.
Love.
And it's remained mysterious. I literally don't know his last name.
Ooh.
But it's been a year since I had gotten a text from him.
Okay.
Had not thought about him at all. I got a text out of the blue. It said, do you want to get your back blown out tonight?
Oh, my jaw. Let me just pick up my jaw from the floor. That's so hot. What the hell? I kind of love that. Is that bad?
It is so hot, and I also loved it, except I also am loving it. I'm fresh out of a bad relationship. I'm in my getting hot and sexy era right now for sure for the summer. Unfortunately, I was asleep. He sent it at 1:30 and I went to bed at midnight, so I didn't see it. But I woke up the next morning and for some reason, this thing inside of me was I should just look him up. I have the internet. I can find him. For some reason, it was a pang that I have never had before that I was so I Googled his phone number. Super easy to find him because he owns a home. Never forget looking at people up on Zillow. And then I find his last name. I look him up on Instagram. He's private, so I follow him. He accepts it. A couple hours later, I'm literally in line getting a bagel hungover. I see that he has accepted it, so I'm okay, let's creep a tiny bit. Also, at this point, I had not texted him back at all. And I see what we all probably think I saw, a woman all over
I knew
Instagram.
it. God damn it. Oh, my God.
And all the way back to they've been dating since college. It's been they've been together for 7 years. Oh yeah. So this entire time, he has had a girlfriend, and now has, as I found out from his Instagram, a fiance. They're engaged.
Oh my God.
And not only did I realize he had a fiance, I followed her Instagram. She was public and she had stories. I clicked on the stories and where is she? On her bachelorette party.
Shut up.
I was this has to be a fucking joke.
Did you text
Literally.
him? Did you text him?
I texted him back and I said, convenient for you to text me while your fiance is out of town. And he said, yeah, sorry about that. That was a poor choice. No fuck. And then I followed that up with, just as poor of a choice as hooking up with me when you were with her 5 years ago. Good luck with the rest of your lives together, I guess. I hope you stop acting like a piece of shit because she deserves way better.
Good for fucking, we're clapping. That was a fucking fire text. That's so disappointing. Did he respond or did you block?
I blocked immediately.
Good for, dude, my fucking girl, this is, I'm glad you called so you could tell us all this story, but I have no notes. You ate that up. You ate that entire situation up, no crumbs. So,
because I followed you to a T, I was like, this is what Tinx would do. This is what she would tell me if I had called her in the moment.
I'm so proud of you. Can we just take a moment to smell the audacity of accepting you onto his private Instagram when he's full of fiance on there?
I'm just shook.
What? Truly what? Oh my God. I mean,
what direction did he think that was going to go?
What direction did he think that was going to go? Also, like, she's on her bachelorette party, dude. Like, are you fucking serious? Come on, bro. Dude, I hate that so much, but I'm really proud of you. And I'm sorry that the fun sex had to end, but it's honestly, you did the right thing. You have good karma coming to you. It's the beginning of summer out outside. You'll find it again. That's a thing. If you've had amazing sex once, it means you're going to bed so you can have it again. Truly. I mean that. Honestly, I have no notes. I feel like a proud mom. Okay. She dealt with that like a fucking boss bitch. All right. That is how you stand on business when you find out that you're the other woman. That's how you stand on business. And that's how you get the last laugh. Hi, Macy. How are you?
Yeah, so good. Honestly, you're probably going to give me the same advice that you just gave that lovely girl ahead of me, but I have kind of a crazy little dating story to tell you. I know that it's just my ego getting in the way, but I had like a wild
Still tell us.
Saturday night Hinge date.
This past Saturday?
Saturday. So I moved to New York at the end of May. I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous.
No, don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. So you moved at the end of May this year?
Yeah, I moved at the end of May to New York, just turned 30, kind of have really just like owned that. I'm looking for it to be casual right now. I've had like a lot of fun and like a lot of good sex, actually.
Amazing.
But I'm letting, like, I think my ego is getting in the way because Saturday night I went on this date with this guy, and this is really funny. So I'm a really honest person. I show up to date. He was like, yeah, what were you doing before this? And I was like bopping around, but I had to pick up some Molly because I was going to like a show later that week.
Wait, I love that.
And so anyway, I get to the date and I like told him, yeah, so that's what I was doing. And he was like, oh, should we do some? And I was like, yeah, hell yeah, that'll be fun. And so we ended up having like the funniest time, like just bopping around and like giggling and just like on Molly, just like rolling.
Yeah.
Like ended up going home pretty early and back to his place, which I was down for. I'm not like, oh, like I can't hook up with him, whatever, especially not upper Molly.
No, totally.
But anyway, I get there, we hook up, whatever. And even the next morning, like, I mean, I made the guy come like 3 times.
Hell
and of course, I did not come once. So anyway, that's fine, whatever. I left and I was like, ooh, he's a cutie. Like I have a tall man, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But like I sent like one cheeky message like that Sunday when I got home because my best friend was coming to town actually.
Yeah.
So sent him a cheeky message. He didn't say anything. I was like, okay, whatever. I have my friend in town. I'm having fun. Now, today's Wednesday. I look on my Hinge and he like unmatched me, even though he has my number. And so I'm just feeling like bruised. And of course, I'm going through the motions of like, oh my God, maybe he thinks I'm ugly. And I'm a pretty confident girl. Like I don't want to, I'm just having a little bit of that.
Listen, it happens. It stings. It stings. And I want to say something. Even though I say to you guys a lot of the time, I'm like, it's ego. I'm not being flippant. I'm not saying like, oh, don't worry, it doesn't hurt. Like it still hurts, but it hurts less when you just explain it a little bit and say, okay, this is your ego. Like this guy barely knows you. Clearly he's just like down to have fun, whatever, blah, blah. It's all it is. It was a fun experience. You had a great time. If he texts you, you would have maybe had sex with him like one more time, but maybe not. You didn't even come. Like it was just a random fun Saturday night. And that stuff happens. The way to reframe it, the shift is like, you had a great story. You had a fun time. And I believe in being a storyteller to yourself. So this is not the time that the guy that you had sex with a guy from Hinge and then he didn't call you. This is a story of when you randomly met a guy from Hinge. You said you had Molly. You randomly had Molly sex with him, and it was like the most fun Saturday night ever. That's the story, right? The way that we speak to ourselves matter, and the way that we frame things to ourselves really matter. And listen, no harm, no foul. You didn't do anything wrong. He didn't text you, whatever. He's just like a random guy. He's a random Hinge guy. They're a dime a dozen, honestly. So it's fine. You weren't stupid in love with him. You weren't like goo goo gaga. You're just like, he was just a guy.
The message is keep it rolling, but maybe not necessarily.
Keep it rolling. No, I think keep it rolling in every sense. Clearly we love rolling. But I think that this isn't considered lying if you're talking to a friend, you're recounting the story. If you just like leave that part out. I'm so serious. I don't think that that's like nefarious or bad. I think it's important because I think as women, we feel like the need to we need to be so honest about everything. And I'm telling you right now, if I went to find this guy and I was like, what happened with, on Saturday night? And he would be like, I had a great time. We did Molly and we had sex. I'm so serious. And if I was like, why didn't you call her? He'd be like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I just like, I don't know. Like, I'm telling you, that's what it would be. So why can't we afford ourselves the same grace? Why can't we be as nice to ourselves as men? Nobody did anything wrong. You guys had sex, you banged, you had a fun time, you did some drugs on a Saturday night. That's beautiful. Okay. That's absolutely stunning. And that's what you should be doing in the summertime. So I think that's it. That's the end of the story. It was amazing. You're going to keep it rolling.
No, that was perfect. Thank you so much. I needed that pep talk.
I love you so much. Keep having fun.
Love
Keep
you.
doing. You're the physical embodiment of Summer of Outside, and I hope you inspire other people to do drugs. I'm just kidding. Serious. XM, don't take me off air because I said that. Oh, Steve says I'm allowed to say do drugs. You can say whatever you want. Okay, I can say whatever. Yeah. I hope you inspired people safely to do Molly and have sex safely. Love you.
On the same page. Love you. Thanks, team.
Bye. Wow, that's amazing. I love all the freedom that I can. I wonder if I can push it. I don't want to push it. I'm very, very big rule breaker. But yeah, like that's really fun. Sometimes you just have a random night. By the way, I kind of think he's gonna text her, but maybe in like a week or something random. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, we are going to take a super quick break, but I'm going to be taking more calls right after this. So if you're on the line, stay on the line. You want to join our conversation about Molly, open relationships, and everything in between, it's 844-305-ANDY. I'll be right back.